dedicated to empowering you with information
to make positive choices
and be advocates for your overall well-being.
Welcome to The Health View. Welcome to The Health View. I'm Yvonne Dunetz, and today our topic is about air quality and your health. And my guest is Dolphin Hammes. She is the CEO of IQAir. Welcome, Glory.
Thank you for having me, Yvonne.
I'm delighted to have you, and I'd like you to tell our viewing audience a little bit about your history and what you have been able to accomplish related to your mission of IQAir.
Sure. IQAir was founded in 1963 in Switzerland, and over the years, we got started with actually filtering out coal, the coal that came off of coal ovens, and then as we expanded, we got into automobile filtration, and also, of course, home filtration is really where we began, and that's where we continue to be as well.
So, and your mission is focused on home as well as business?
Yes, we do when we first got started, we did a lot of home filtration, and then we started specializing in commercial filtration, and more what we specialize in is medical grade air filtration.
And can you tell us a little bit about the sources of air pollution?
Wow, the sources of air pollution, they're all man-made. So air pollution really isn't something that exists naturally, but it really has to do with industrialization and what we do on the planet to generate and to create air pollution.
So that
I'm sorry. The biggest source of air pollution that we have here is actually combustion gases. It's just about what we make as daily choices when we get inside our vehicles, how much air pollution we'll create.
So that's from the cars, the diesel trucks, the trains, the buses, the planes. And what about you? You started to talk a little bit about the coal industry related to helping to clear the air there. What were you able to accomplish with that?
Well, there used to be, back in the past, coal ovens in Europe, and actually over lots of different areas had coal ovens as a main source of heating. You still have, to this day, China actually in their main source of heating, coal. And what they're doing is they're actually having a green revolution and trying to have a solar power be the #1 source of energy for them. And unfortunately, what we're doing here in the U.S. is actually we're taking a step backwards as we've gotten away from coal. Now, with what is going on really on the federal level, we're trying to have a movement to get back to coal, which is it's a very polluted way with fossil fuels. It definitely pollutes our environment, and that's quite unfortunate.
So tell us about how poor air quality affects our health.
It affects our health in a number of different ways, but the main thing that takes place is that air pollution particles that are ultrafine can actually penetrate human cells, and from there a number of health effects can be experienced. First and foremost, most common, allergies. Then we have more severe asthma in terms of respiratory disease, COPD, cancer. But we think about lung cancer, but actually any type of cancer, because as pollution cells are able to penetrate the human body, they can actually travel throughout any organ, any part of our body. So that's really how air pollution can affect the human body.
And can it also affect the human body in areas related to worsening depression or heart disease or obesity or autism and premature birth rates and premature death rates?
Yes, unfortunately, there's been a strong correlation to mental health diseases associated with air pollution, such as depression, different forms of autism, and also ADHD and other mental health conditions.
So how do we know what we're breathing in?
Well, right now, I guess we know that it's not necessarily good. It's getting better, but it's not really where it needs to be. We know that the health grades that the American Lung Association gives us in different states and different cities, that we're not meeting those health grades sometimes, and we know we need to get better.
And the particles that we're breathing in, that our audience is going to see the video about particles. What are the types of particles we're breathing into our systems that affect our health?
Combustion particles can really affect our health. We're looking at diesel soot. We're looking at other things such as allergens, unfortunately. Viruses, bacteria, these are biological contaminants that affect our health.
So we're going to give our viewers 2 minutes right now to see this video that you've graciously given us to include in this program so that they can see what particles do.
A single strand of human hair is about 70 microns in diameter. Most particles we breathe are much smaller than that. Only a fraction of the pollution we breathe is visible to the naked eye. Yet what we can't see is exactly what can harm us the most. Let's take a closer look at what our eyes miss. There are 3 different size particles. Coarse, the largest particles, are between 2.5 and 100 microns in diameter. Dust, pollen and mold spores fall into this range. These particles may affect the eyes, nose and throat. Fine particles are those that are between 0.1 and 2.5 microns in diameter. These particles are small enough to enter your lungs. Wood smoke particles, dust and bacteria are mostly in this range. Smallest of all are ultrafine particles, which are less than 0.1 microns in diameter. Tobacco smoke, soot and viruses are in this category. By sheer number, these represent more than 90% of all particle pollution. Ultrafine particles are the most dangerous because they are inhaled directly into the lungs and absorbed into the bloodstream. IQAir HyperHEPA filtration is certified to filter at least 99.5% of all particles down to 0.003 microns, providing protection to those we hold dearest.
Glory, can you tell us about solutions and proactive steps that people can take?
Well, the most important step that people can take to clear the air is to do their best to limit sources of air pollution. So it's called source control. That's step 1 and first and foremost. So you want to eliminate the sources of air pollution and prevent them from spreading in the air.
So how can we start eliminating them?
Well, we can eliminate some of the sources by making good personal choices. Instead of getting in that car and driving that sometimes diesel, sometimes gasoline-based car, we can have better choices and choose to use an electric vehicle or a hybrid vehicle that will eliminate a lot of the pollution sources from exhaust fumes in the air.
What else can we do?
We can ride a bike, believe it or not. When we're within a certain distance, we can, instead of getting in the car, we can choose to ride a bike to work. We can take other sources of transportation, such as public transportation, which they're actually going in that direction anyway, but you might as well, if you can, take public transportation. That will reduce our exhaust fumes and exhaust pollution that we're breathing. That's the number one thing that we can do as individuals to contribute and make the environment a better place.
So that would be within our home environments as well as in our work environments. And is there a difference as to what the work environment can do to secure a healthy environment for the people that work there?
Yes, there's different things that you can do with the HVAC system. So this is generally falls along the responsibility of the employer or the facilities manager to clean up the air, just to make sure that the workplace is contaminant free as possible.
Now, from an environmental point of view within the home, also our use of chemicals related to cleaning can impact our health and our well-being. What are your thoughts related to that?
Well, that could be pretty significant, especially for people that suffer from allergies and asthma. And I know that sometimes when you start spraying a particular spray and you're cleaning, that you start to get a physical reaction. Now, that's very real. This is not psychosomatic. It's actually very real because it's a reaction from these particular chemicals that we're using. So it would be great to get back to more natural cleaning solutions so that we can use less chemicals to clean. A lot of people are using these nice little mops that unfortunately just move dirt around and actually cause us to actually breathe in more particulates and more particulate matter and pollution than if we just went around and vacuumed instead using a vacuum. So these are things that we can do in our home.
So regarding air quality monitoring, what can people do related to HEPA filtration, products, room air purifiers, and whole house solutions, as well as portable air purifiers?
Well, there are a lot of solutions out there that will filter the air that we're breathing. So air monitors are great because knowledge is power. They actually make us aware of, in a very concrete, quantitative way, what levels of pollution we're breathing. Then we can use air filtration, HEPA filtration, but what we like to use, of course, is hyper HEPA filtration, so that we get the cleanest levels of air possible and reduce our particulates as much as we possibly can, which is really great. So that's really what we like to do. We like to monitor the air, and then we like to clean the air, but we can always quantify how well are we cleaning the air through monitoring it.
And so how does IQAir, what solutions do you have that can help people with that whole process?
Yeah, we have air quality monitors that can make people aware in a quantitative way exactly how dirty or sometimes how clean the air is. Then we also offer solutions that allow you to clean the air in different ways. We allow people to clean the air in a personal way with a personal air purifier that actually directs the air towards their breathing zone. We also provide room air purification, and this allows you to clean the air in a particular room. Then we use integrated HVAC solutions as well. So integrated into the air delivery systems in a home, or the air delivery systems, your furnace, or also within commercial buildings. So we have very highly integrated air filtration solutions. And so what we do is just do an assessment for the user, and through that assessment, we're able to customize a solution.
And how do your products differ from other products on the market?
Well, we go that extra mile, and we make sure that our products are safe, and we test them. We have a very, very stringent testing standards. So not only do we manufacture them in a way that's safe, we don't include ozone. There's just certain technologies that we will not include in our air purifiers, like ionization and ozone, because we don't consider these as safe technologies to use.
And why is that?
Well, there's what's called chemical byproducts. So we believe that you should actually filter or remove the pollutants from the air. And when you use ions, or if you use ozonation, it's relying on a very specific chemical reaction that unfortunately has been tested not to take place very well, and to introduce harmful byproducts into the environment as a result.
How can people learn more about this whole issue of air quality and the solutions? Is there a website that you have and areas within that can help them to understand the impact that poor air quality makes on their health and the solutions that are available to them for their consideration?
Yes, we have a website. It's IQAir.com. So IQAir.com. And through the website, you're actually able to see some of the high-level articles that we've written about air cleaning technology. We're also having articles about health effects of pollution that you can familiarize yourself with as well. Good. This is on our blog. It's called Air Quality Life.
Excellent. So people can go on that website, and again, it's IQAir.com.
That's correct.
And the specific area to learn about the research and the technical components to help them understand is under what element in the website? Which area?
It's called Air Quality Life, and that's our air quality blog that we have.
And then as far as the different solutions that you offer, where on the website can they learn about the different ones that you have available and how it can actually help them?
Well, we have a tool. It's called Help Me Choose. And we actually take people through a series of questions. And through the series of questions, this tool is able to recommend the proper solution for that particular person.
Wonderful. And is there a maintenance procedure that people need to go through in order to ensure and monitor their air quality along with having a purifier?
I would highly recommend getting an air quality monitor. An air quality monitor, even if you don't have air filtration, it's always good to have an air quality monitor, and especially to download an air quality app. If you don't have a monitor or you can't afford one, there's an app. It's called Air Visual, and that's a really great app. It shows you exactly the nearest air quality monitoring station near you, so that you're aware what are the outdoor levels of pollution, so that you can, as an allergy or asthma sufferer, react to that.
So can you say that again? What is that Air Visual you said, the app?
Yes, it's called Air Visual, and it allows people to really quantify their local outdoor air quality levels.
Are there things that also do that for the indoor air quality?
Yes. An Air Visual Pro, it's actually a monitor. It's an air quality monitor. You can actually place this device indoors, and then as a user, exactly how clean or dirty your air quality levels are.
What would be in danger for people? What is the air quality? How is it rated? How do they know when it is poor when they look at such an app?
There's 3 colors. It's green, yellow, and red. But also there's another one, I'm sorry, and that's purple, and that's really, really bad. So green means that you actually have a safe level, but there's a slight difference there between what the green levels are according to the EPA and the World Health Organization. They have a little bit more of a stringent standard, but I would just say in general, if you have green levels, it's good.
What would be the most important information that you would like people to know?
Well, air quality actually affects your health more than most people actually know. And it's really about what do you do on a daily basis to make this world a better place in terms of air quality. We have choices that we can make. And I would really, really invite people to tune in, to start monitoring their air quality, and just to make better choices collectively so that we can have cleaner and cleaner air.
And for further information about what IQAir does and the products that they have to help people with their air quality, they can go to where? The website?
Yes, to IQAir.com.
And you have also offered our listening audience at the end of this next video that they will see, which is a smoke chamber, there will be a promo code and information there for them on how to access your website and to learn more about it. Can you tell us a little bit about that smoke chamber video, just to give people a heads up as far as the impact of what it is they're going to see and the difference of the purifiers that help?
Yes, this is a pretty extraordinary video. It's not something you'd see every day. We put our president inside a chamber, and actually those officers are from LAPD, and they shot a grenade inside this particular chamber, and our president is actually only breathing the clean air that's coming out of our Health Pro Plus. So he has no gas mask, nothing, but it's in the direct flow of the cleaned air coming out of the Health Pro Plus. It's pretty amazing.
And you can actually see the monitoring of the air quality of what happened and how the purifier enabled him to breathe in healthy air?
Yes. It's a pretty extreme example, so you can only imagine what it could do for your home.
So there are different ways that you began to talk about. There are ways in front of you that you can clear your air, as well as in rooms, as well as through the entire home system or business system. And that would be through the main ventilation system in the home or a business?
That's correct. It's called the heating, ventilation, or air conditioning system. And we can actually have solutions that integrate in that system.
So they all work together to provide you the best air quality possible.
That's right.
So you must have seen over the years now, your company has been going on now for how many years?
Since 1963.
And what has been the most effective things that you've seen happen? You must have been witnessing many changes related to health and well-being. If we can wrap up with that, that would be wonderful.
Well, over the years, there are many things that we see, but what we're seeing a lot lately is how air quality can actually help people to feel better, help people to perform better. We've been over the years, been fortunate enough to be a part of many Olympics and helping athletes to perform better just by having good air quality and providing them a higher level air quality. We've also seen over the years how we've been able to protect people from biological contaminants, from SARS, from MRSA, from other biological contaminants on a very critical level. And this has been very rewarding for us. We've also participated in schools too. I'm sorry, Yvonne. We've also participated in schools in cleaning the air for children that live in impacted areas and being able to provide them 90% cleaner air for a child that lives near the ports or where there's a train, and that really makes us feel good and part of the community.
That's excellent. Glory, I wish to thank you very much for all that you do and for this informative show that you've provided us and the opportunity for people to learn more about it on IQAir.com, as well as to explore the research that you have and the data that you have on that site, as well as the solutions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me, Yvonne. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
IQAir President Frank Hammes is about to step into this specially designed chamber to personally prove the effectiveness of the IQAir Health Pro Plus. We have 2 officers here to ensure the grenades are properly fired. Now, obviously, this is a demonstration you don't want to try at home. We're about to release noxious smoke and chemicals into this chamber. Your home can be filled with harmful fumes from household cleaners and other pollutants, but nothing compares with what we're about to release. Now Frank is sitting close to the IQAir and will only breathe the fresh filtered air coming directly out of the Health Pro Plus. Remember, he doesn't have a gas mask. The whole chamber is now filled with noxious smoke and chemicals. Look closely. You can see Frank breathing the clean air stream coming directly from the Health Pro Plus. The IQAir Health Pro Plus is clearing the room completely.
Everything good, man.